All right, Cardiff, what was your assessment of the back play at the weekend against Tasman?
We sort of didn't really get much ball to work with, but what we did get to work with, we had a few line breaks, but we didn't sort of execute on it. We didn't have our support runners coming through and adding in the extra support, and I reckon if we had done that, we would have put more pressure on Tasman and scored a few more points and put them on the board, and I reckon we would have had them on the front foot and maybe a different outcome, but it didn't go our way, so yeah.
Yeah, a lot of line breaks without the support of players. Is that just sort of other players not anticipating what was happening?
Yeah, we always talk about anticipating the break of our players, but I sort of think as the play went on, more second half, we sort of made more of those breaks. Second half, we didn't really get that much ball to play with, and I reckon that second half, I reckon players switched off. Sort of already having that feeling that no one's going to make a line break because of what we had in the first half, so we just got to keep on our toes right throughout the game, and then hopefully we'll get the rewards after that.
And what about defensively? A couple of missed tackles led to tries?
Yeah, a couple of missed tackles, led to tries, one on my part, sort of could have chopped the guy, but then again we've got to sort of stay in the fight, and that's something that I'm working on, trying to stay on the fight and contact rather than trying to be passive. So yeah, we've just got to get shoulder on and drive through.
Because this weekend you're going to have your work cut out defensively. I think you might be marking a few good line breakers in the Northern team.
Yeah, got Sammy. He's danger guy, danger ranger they call him. But no, it's all good. Nothing changes. We're all the same. Good player, good guy, real solid. But we just gotta go through the process and make sure all the boxes are ticked off. Because
if you watch the Northern game of the weekend, they've got lots of ways to hurt you if you're not accurate.
Yeah, they've got lots of ways to hurt us, especially their 9. He's a running sort of player. You got a ranger in the backs, and you got some pace on the outside. But we got to make sure that we stay in our defensive systems, work hard individually, and together we should be all right.
What about the confidence in the team? A couple of losses in the row, if you count the Otago game too. So the guys up for this next game? Yeah,
the boys were up. The boys were up for last week. The attitude's here, but it's just the execution. Sort of, if we sort of start putting things together, then we should be hitting our stride into the competition.
It's important to start the game strongly, isn't it? Because it's a bit of a slow start, both matches in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, slow start sort of reflects from training a bit. Like some of the boys feel it, but then there's sort of no excuse as well. But yeah, we're working on that, and that's something that we'll take into this next game and come out firing.
Seemed to build up quite a nice combination with Brian Milne and a good understanding from what we saw at the weekend.
Yeah, Moni, he's a good player. He's got a lot of surprises. It's a good thing because he's been absent for a while, and the players nowadays, they don't know what he brings to the table because they haven't seen him play from way back. But now Moni's got a lot to offer on the field, and it's something that other teams shouldn't really take lightly because once he gets that step on or that bounce on, he's pretty dangerous off that.
Let's start with a good old rugby cliche. What are the work-ons after that performance at Saturday?
I think boys didn't go too badly. We looked at the tape and it wasn't too bad, just a couple of crucial errors and just kind of, I suppose, a bit of rust that we're just trying to iron out. You know, first game of the season and probably the contact area and tackle was probably 2 of the work-ons for us.
Did you feel the team ever fully got into the match?
I think in the second half we showed like shades of like what we can do, and there's a few busts, but I think it's again like we're trying to work on our reaction time to those busts and stuff like that. Like we made 5 line breaks to their 2 and never capitalised on any of them, so it's been a work on for this week also.
Is that a communication thing or a systems failure?
Yeah, I think it's just we've had quite a few boys come back from the Highlanders and from Super Rugby, and just trying to get them into the team, and then and like basically realising what each other can do. So we're just trying to work on those bonds that we're creating with the players, and then hopefully they kind of get to know each other a bit better and who can do what, and then know when someone's going to make a break.
Quickly too, because you've got a lot of time in this competition to find those links.
No, it is quite quick. I was just I run the picks for down at Rugby Southland, and it's just 10 rounds as opposed to 20 in the Super Rugby. So it's pretty quick. I think 9 weeks, and she's all done and dusted. And so I haven't got much time to muck around, which kind of puts a bit of pressure on the coaching and the players. So, but no, it's really enjoyable. It's good fun.
I take it you're picking Southland this week, eh?
Always picking Southland, mate. Always picking Southland. It's one of the things down there. You can only get to pick the margin. So no, everyone in the whole place is picking Southland. Always.
Just talk quickly about the set pieces. Line-outs, were you happy with that aspect?
Yeah, pretty happy. With our ball, on their ball, on the opposition ball, we've been working on this week. Put a bit of pressure on. We felt they were just a bit slow reacting, but on our ball, quite happy.
Lots of conjecture about the scrum. Is it better or not? I know it's early days, but we've had a few pre-season warm-up games, and this one, what's your verdict?
I'm still on the fence about it. It's just the whole. It's kind of taken a bit of the contest away, I think, with the referee calling ball in and stuff like that. But players kind of have to adjust, and so do we. So we'll just see how they run. We're not the ones to make decisions; other people are.
And it is going to take a while before we can get a true feel for you to play against different teams and different styles.
Yep, definitely. When we played Otago, I thought that it was meant to take out all the resets, but there was heaps in that game. Then there wasn't too many in the game the other night. But then other games there is a lot of resets. So I don't know. I suppose everyone's just trying to iron out the kinks and then see how it goes.
All right, what are you expecting Northland to throw at us? Obviously, we always talk about Rene and maybe Rapini or whatever, but there's much more to them than just a couple of key playmakers.
Oh, for sure. They've got quite a few Super Rugby players too, and of course they're going to be dangerous out wide, and I think everyone in New Zealand pretty much knows that. But they've also got a hard-working full pack and a team that kind of really plays for one another and lives off momentum. So we're going to try to stop that momentum, but if they get a roll on, they tend to go pretty good.
And we always say there's a similar setup to us at the other end of the country, the big travel woes, so they're in a similar position to ourselves. Yeah,
very much so. But that's kind of one of the good things about playing like the other teams like us, she always tends to be a really good ding-dong match, and there's a bit of pride at stake, I suppose battle of the minnows, I guess you could say. But no, we're looking forward to it, and I'm sure the boys are looking to put the ledger right.
And the coaching career so far, marks out of 10, what are you giving yourself?
Well, I keep getting reminded from the trainer that it's I'm 0-2 from my career so far of coaching. So he's just waiting for me to get the W on the board. But it's good. It is quite good. It's kind of challenging too with some of the players. You kind of start having a bit of a joke around with them, and you just can't really take it too far as much as I would last year, trying to get stuck in a few of the boys like Hardy and old Ken Nakis, Cardiff Vainga. So it is kind of challenging in those respects, but it is good fun.